All right, let's go ride.
Starting.
Hey friends, I'm Jan, and today I'm going to try to break down Strava Premium or Summit or the subscription-based app, that social media app for athletes. So Strava Premium, it is packed full of features. So in this video, I'm going to try to explain them all to you to help you decide if you want to sign up for another subscription. I know we all have so many subscriptions we're probably paying for right now. But if you pay annually, it's $59.99 a year, which is about $5 a month. But if you're not into making commitments, you can try it out and pay $7.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Just want to tell you guys up front, this is not sponsored. I have paid for my $7.99 a month. My husband has the full annual. He pays for it, loves it. I'm still on the fence. So if you're curious about what you still get for free, I did just recently do a video and I'll link it right up here. There's about 3 features, but for a lot of us, it's probably enough. So I'm still on the fence if I want to commit. Maybe you guys are too. Also, in the description below, I'm going to have links to all of the features so you can skip around if you're looking for something specific. Okay, after all of that, let's get into it. I'm going to start at the subscription overview page. Strava has their features organized into 5 categories: trending, analyze your efforts, compete in the community, explore the outdoors, or new features and releases. The training log shows all of your past activities in a visual format, and it color codes it by the type of activity, so you can quickly see what you've done based on color. So for me, green is hike, orange is mountain bike, and when it combines events, it turns it to like this gray color. So there's Bryce, Below the Rim, and Lunch Drive. I was trying to track it to make a relive. You'll see that later. And you could also see swims are in blue, and you can scroll through and check out what you've done. And the nice thing is you can pick if you want to view it by time, by distance, by elevation gain, or relative effort. So if you do use a heart rate monitor or power meter, you can view by relative effort. At the top in the right-hand corner on the mobile view, there's a calendar icon, so you can click on that and go back in time. So for me, I can go all the way back to 2014 when I started my Strava account and look at what I did. Next on the list is matched activity. If you do the same route more than once, Strava's going to do its magic and group them all into a single chart and show you kind of your performance trending over time. So to find matched activity, it's really easy. Just open any activity, and if it has a matched ride or run, I guess, it'll appear here. So just scroll down and you'll see I see matched rides, and it says I'm trending faster. So it's going to show you whether you're trending faster or slower, and it's going to graph out all of your rides. And then from the dates, you can click in and actually view that ride. So if you had a really good ride, you might want to go check it out. Relative effort. So I actually had a little trouble with this one. I had to allow my health app to give access to Strava. So to find where to give access, I'm using an Apple Watch, and I have an iOS phone, an Apple phone, an iPhone, whatever. So let me show you how you actually give access. So go to your phone, click on your health app, and you'll land on your summary page. So scroll down. Under highlights, you should see workouts. So click on workouts, and then if you scroll down even more, you should see data, sources, and access. So click on that. This screen will show you all apps that are allowed to read your data. So I have Dawn Patrol for surfing and Strava. So all you have to do is toggle that Strava icon on, and then it'll start tracking your heart rate and other data. Okay, that's all you have to do. So moving on to relative effort, let me explain what it actually does now that you know how to turn on your heart rate. To find relative effort in your feed, just really select any event or any activity that you've done. And if you scroll down, you're going to see relative effort in your feed. I have a 3-week average, and it's kind of showing me where I'm at. Like I said, I don't have that much data to compare, but over time, this will actually give you a nice kind of indication of how you're doing and if you're really pushing yourself. Goals, so your fitness goals. Do you have any? Well, they're really easy to add. So if you go under goals, you could just hit the little plus in the upper right-hand corner and add a goal. You can pick your sport, whether you want it to be ride, walk, run, swim, whatever you do. And from there you can also pick if you want the frequency to be weekly, monthly, or annually, and if you want to set it based on distance, time, or elevation. From the subscription overview, the next one is Cumulative Stats, but it's actually called Monthly Training when you go to find it. Go to Training in the lower right-hand corner, and then there's kind of all of your training data. Click on Monthly Activity, and you can view your monthly stats from all your sport types and compare it from the previous month. So you can see I have 18 activities this month, and it shows the time, distance, and elevation gain, which I'm doing okay. That is Cumulative Stats or Monthly Stats, which may be a little confusing. From my list, next is Fitness, and this is mobile only. It's going to show you kind of a big picture of how all of your workouts are adding up over time. But just like relative effort, Strava needs either your heart rate data or perceived exertion input and or a power meter. So power meter data. So if you're using a power meter, this works for Fitness. After Fitness is Fitness and Freshness, and this is only for desktop. So Fitness and Freshness tracks levels of fitness and freshness and fatigue over time. Once again, I'm lacking data, so I don't have that much to show you, but this feature also uses your relative effort to quantify your daily training. The website says it will take 6 to 8 weeks for the fitness score to be accurate. So I have about a week or two of data, so it's probably not very accurate. Next on the list is Best Effort Power Curve. You can see how your maximum sustained power has evolved over time. This is also known as the critical power curve, and it's only available to power meter users. So I have zero data for this because I don't use a power meter. So to find this, you're going to go to your computer, you're going to select Training Power Curve. I obviously don't have any data here since I don't use a power meter, but if you did, it would be probably really interesting. The next batch is Analyze Each Effort, starting with Workout Analysis. This will help you visualize your pace, your zones, and your lap data for all of your workouts. Done?
Hey.
Okay, tell me how good you did.
Yeah, my second of my 4 repeat miles was 6:30.
Seriously?
Yeah, so 6:23 is my best.
Wow.
So I'm getting close.
Heart rate zones. So you could see the time spent in each zone. By default, Strava is going to determine your heart rate zones by estimating your max heart rate based on your age. So if this doesn't work for you, you can go in and customize it to fit your specific needs or physiology. Power zones see your time spent in each zone based on your FTP, not file transfer protocol, but functional threshold power. And this is a power meter feature only, so I have nothing for you there. Pace zone is another runner feature. This will help you understand your pace zone to better align your workouts with your goals. Another runner-only feature is grade adjustment pace. This is going to take into account the steepness of terrain during your run and estimate an equivalent pace on flat land. So kind of nice if you want to check out your pace. If you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so slow because I'm going uphill, well, you can check this out and see you're probably doing just fine. Okay, analyze your effort. So you can see how a segment effort compares to your best effort of that same segment. To find this, just dig into any activity that you've done, scroll down, and then where it says results, you can click on a segment. So I'm clicking on Willow the hard part, and I could see that I got a PR the day I rode this, 129, woohoo, set a record. And then you can look right below that, it says your results. And I've done this climb 61 times, it looks like. So I can click on that. You could scroll through and look at past dates and kind of see how you've done over time. LeaderBoard, hey, how are you doing against your competition? Your friends, people in your age bracket, male, female, you can check this out. In the paid version, you can see your ranking. In the free version, you can only see the top 10. And like I mentioned earlier, I do have the free version details in a video right up here. So check that out if you're interested. All right, so like Analyze Effort, you're gonna click on an activity and click on a segment, and then you'll see where we were just at with your results in Analyze Effort. And then below that is the leaderboard. And so from here, for me, I could see all-time women, all-time, which is everybody, this year women, and this year total, like who's ridden that segment. All-time women, where do I fall in all-time women? Out of 757, I'm 247. So that actually makes me feel a little bit better. And that is kind of the nice thing with leaderboard. You might think when you're riding against your friends who might be really fast like mine, that you're not a very good athlete. But then when you look at the overall population, you might be doing okay. So leaderboard is sort of a fun thing. It is a paid feature unless you just want to see the top 10 and where you stack up against them. It'll show you your time, but it won't show you your ranking in the free version. So from the paid version, you can map out a route on the desktop app, and maybe you're into Strava art and you want to create your masterpiece before you go run or ride. You could do that. Or you can have Strava generate a personalized route for you based on public data. You pick your sport type, distance, elevation, and what kind of surface, and Strava is going to give you a route that best meets your preference in the area that you picked. For me, I was having a little fun with Strava, and I picked a flat ride, and just so you guys know, it is not flat where I live, especially on the dirt. And this is what Strava gave me. This might actually be a good alternative when you're traveling. If you don't know where to go and don't know who to ask, just have Strava find a route for you, and it might be a good one. Personal heat maps, this is only a desktop feature, and it's kind of a fun one if you want to see where you've ridden over the course of a year or where your activities have been over the course of the year. So in 2020, my activities were here in my little hometown. I didn't venture out very much. Go figure. Last, under Explore the Outdoors, is Beacon. This is a safety feature. You can share a beacon with 3 of your contacts so they can see your location during your activity. So maybe if you're doing I think where I would see this as valuable is if I'm doing an event like the Tahoe 100, and maybe people are coming to see me on the course, you can share a beacon with them. That is if you have enough power in your phone or your watch or whatever you're using. And they can actually see you in real time where you are on the course. Obviously, this would be a safety feature if you're a road rider and you crash. You know, maybe they can find you that way. You could also share your location with your phone, with your friends, with your loved ones, with your spouse. So there's that as well. So do you need Strava Premium for that feature? Once again, that's up to you if you would use it. My husband and I have never used it. We have other ways to track each other. Okay, everybody, last on the subscription overview section, the recent releases and the perks. The recent releases, it's going to take you to their blog, and you can see what's new, the latest features, fixes, and news. You can scroll through that and see what's up with Strava. Or head over to perks, and you can see what you get with your subscriptions. So that's it. That is Strava Premium. It does have a lot of features. So if you are into data, if you're a runner and a cyclist, maybe a multi-sport person, maybe Strava Premium's for you. For me personally, I'm not going to continue paying for it because I'm really not that into data. I'm an average rider. I love being active, and I do like tracking my activities, but I don't think I really need to see all that. It's just, yeah, it's not for me, but it is for my husband. He's a runner and likes to see his splits, and he has his training goals, and he's all into that. So if that's you, maybe you want to subscribe, pay that $59 a year, and there is, if you use the features, there's quite a bit there. And you guys, thanks for much. This was a really long video for me, if you haven't noticed. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video or out on the trails, which is where I'm heading right now because I've been inside way too long. Okay, see you guys. Bye!